All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 20. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go. Cal, you won. Check 26. Check 9.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. 10.
Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Kill. Value 3.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Cut. 20. Check. 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Let him know.
Winston now from the 50. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. 20. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Kill. Green, come and see.
Play action now. Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Got his target, Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. This is Carson, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Blue ready. He's coming. He's coming. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Our eyes and attention are on the fullback. Big-time carry, big yardage. But how about the guys up front, the offensive line? A lot of people think they may have to block it differently for the fullback to get big yardage. They really don't. Because he's big, strong, and powerful, a lot of times he makes his own way. They may not have to block as hard.
So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the Rams' 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Ready. Blue ready.
Here, Mike. 6 man. Check curls, check curls.
To throw, Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
22. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And 7 at the 25-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check.
Now Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Watch out for Hill on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, Give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed.
Super toe.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Ready? 125. 58. Come on. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
40. Ready? Black 22.
On the draw, this is Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Big series right here. We got to step out.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 30.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Carson. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, check.
Hey, down.
Check hot.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Shot. 180.
It's 59. Mark the 59. I want that.
On second and 11 now. Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Henderson now on first and 10. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing. and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays, you might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. They complete it to Hill. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Aaron Donald in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Winston now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Here we go.
Winston now. And Winston lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Wait.
They go play action. Winston. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Ready. Black 22.
First down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. Jameis now on first down. That one complete to Hill. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the kick by Butker is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Jameis now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From just shy of midfield, Winston, and he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They run it with Carson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Winston. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready? Blue lady. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Ready? Black, what about the hunt?
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On 1st down, Cohen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Winston. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 14.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
On third down, Winston forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Butker able to put this one through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm, because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
They're running it. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Again they run with Gurley. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Like 20. 59.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Colin Saunders with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Throwing. Winston. Caught. Kelsey. Left side. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, here's Gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Rams.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Goff. He gets it to Gurley. Complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. On 4th down, Goff. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Chiefs' 21-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now gone. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Hey, Coach Hill!
On the toss, it's Gurley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 33-yard attempt. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They try again with Cohen. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Switzer on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On first down, it's Gurley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
We go tonight. 180.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch one. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready?
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
Ready. Sack 25 behind.
54. Line 54. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here.
A loss of 1.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Kansas City, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for L.A., they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.